Hi everyone, it's Danielle here for Nellie and Clem, and I'm going to be putting together a TN today, and I'm using the new Life Crafted Citrus Twist kit, which is the June Cravings kit, and I'm going to be putting together a TN for Retro Hip magazine. So the theme of the issue is sort of all about like home sweet home, being home, you know, all the kind of fun things we can do sort of this summer at home. So yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to make a house, a sort of house cover for the TN. And then when you kind of flip into it, I'm going to have a couple of little bits and pieces that are going to kind of be like about what I'm kind of currently doing at home while kind of like lockdown and everything is still on. So there's this really cute journal card that's this currently craving, so I'd like to use this as sort of one of the pages. That's really cute as well, for the love. That's really sweet. So yeah, I've kind of gone through the kit and picked out some of the colours that I mean, this kit is gorgeous, and the colours are really lovely, so I've kind of gone through and picked out some of the colours that I particularly like, and kind of because I've chosen this journal card specifically, I've kind of gone through to kind of find the colours that are complementary to this, and then also we've got lovely little word stickers there, so they're really sweet. We've got this gorgeous puffy alpha, which is a really lovely sort of soft pink. So they kind of, you know, if you kind of put these bits together with that kind of purple, they all go really nicely together. I've got these super cute sort of turquoise book rings. My scissors. I've chopped out already the little kind of labels that you always get with the Life Crafted kit, so these are really sweet, particularly liking those, and they'll kind of go nicely with this kind of colour mix. So I mean, I'm going to kind of probably stick in a little bit of yellow here and there. I'll probably avoid the kind of darker purples and dark blues, but yeah, kind of mainly sticking with this kind of part of the colour palette. And then got some fabulous ephemera as well to kind of look through. It's so sweet. It sort of snuggles. And little ice creams and stuff, so there's some really cute little bits in there. The florals are gorgeous as well, so that's really sweet. And then I've also got some little chipboard bits and pieces, like pizza. I want to curl it with a book, little coffee. So there's some really sweet bits and bobs. Fab little craving stamps there as well, again, like coffee and get in my belly. And just some really sweet little bits and sentiments, and then a fabulous little alpha stamp as well. And then also got these puffy stickers too, so you know, I've got plenty of stuff here, really cute little hearts and stars and things to decorate with as well. So yes. So yeah, there's some really lovely little bits in this kit. So what I'm thinking is I might make a an envelope kind of cover that, it's going to sound a bit sort of hard to explain, but basically like I'm going to make an envelope, maybe like 4x7, 4x8, something like that. These are about 8 inches high by about 6, so I could do like a 4x8 or 4x7, and then kind of leave the top flap open, so it would kind of look like a little house with a little kind of peaky roof, but then you could kind of close the top flap of the envelope, and that would kind of be the cover of the TN, and then I could use the inside as like as an actual envelope and use it as a pocket, so I could maybe put that in it, or like some other bits and bobs. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, because then I can decorate the cover almost as a little kind of house. That's what's in my mind. So I'm gonna have a play with this anyway, and yeah, try and find out what would be a good size kind of envelope to work. And then I don't think I'll be able to make it out the papers, because you need to go slightly larger than the size you want to have the envelope. So I'm thinking maybe I might do like vellum or something, because then you can basically, I could insert the paper and you'd see the paper through the vellum, rather than just using like plain old white card, because that's a bit boring. So yeah, I'll do that, I think. So I'm gonna pop off, try and work out how to do that, because there's gonna be a little bit fiddly with the envelope, so I don't want to kind of put you on speedy and have me waving my arms around cursing. So I'll do that. I'll come back and then I'll kind of go through the next stage of what I'm kind of going to do, and like how I'm going to work out how to decorate it, and then also sort of put pages together and things. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. So okay, I'm gonna pop off, do that, and then I'll be back in a mo when I've got my little envelope house. Okay, all right then, see you in a mo. Bye. Okay, so I have made my envelope, which is cute, so that's fun. I just used some just double-sided sticky tape, just sort of thin little strips, just to kind of hold the two pieces together there. And then we've got my little kind of weird house envelope. You can sort of see kind of what I was talking about, so that's cute. And then what I did was I found these two pieces of paper that were really, really sweet, so I just chopped them to size. So what I'm thinking is I could maybe like back them, and then we've got this kind of cute little polka dot cover with the little roof, and then you'd kind of turn the first page to be this, and then I could put some bits and pieces on this one, and then kind of almost have my second page, which I was debating on whether or not to back on maybe this paper, just so I can create them to be the same size. I kind of changed my mind about putting it in the envelope. I thought it might be nicer to have that as actual kind of second page in, and I can decorate this with some sort of photographs and stickers and things. So yeah, and then kind of go from there, build it up from there. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to carry on kind of having a play. I don't know whether to decorate the cover next. I've got these little offcuts from the papers, so, and then I've also got these little guys as well, so I could maybe, I don't know, make like a little window or door or something. Yeah, so, and then I've got some little bits and pieces here, so I'm just gonna sort of have a little play around and see kind of what I want to do with that. I'll also go through the ephemera and see if there's anything in there that sort of kind of floats my boat for using for this, or for using for here for some of the kind of currently craving. And they've also got that stamp set too, which I could use. So I'm just going to sort of get everything out and kind of pour over it all, and then sort of make some decisions for what to do next. But the envelope worked quite well actually, so yeah, that's I'm pretty pleased with that. It was a 4 1/4 by 6.5. So yeah, so that came out quite sweet. So yeah, just in case you do want to try that, if you've got one of the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch boards, then you can make one of these too. You just have to be a little bit careful with vellum, because obviously when you use a scorer, you just can't score too hard, because if you do, it can kind of almost split the paper. I've come quite close on this edge to doing that, so just to kind of, yeah, be aware for if you are going to do it, just don't score as hard as you would if it was cardstock, basically. You got to kind of rein it in. Cool, okay, and yeah, I'll be back in a mo once I've kind of fiddled around with things a little bit more, and hopefully have got a bit more kind of nailed down as to what I want to do next. Okay, all right, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, bye. Okay, so I've gone through everything, all the kit, and I've pulled out the bits that will kind of go with the colour palette I'm working on, and also just like the bits that I particularly really like. So so yeah, so I've kind of pulled these all out because these are really lovely, like that's so cute, they're crushing on, and snuggles as well. So there's some really sweet bits, and just off the top of my head I was trying to think of things that I know that I have photographs that would work with some of the words and things. So I kind of pulled all of those bits out. I pulled out a couple of photographs I've got just sort of knocking around. That one's like a little rocky road. There's some bits on the stamp set that say things like where is it? Good tunes, like coffee, my favourite show, things like that, dessert. So I'm kind of pulling out bits that I know are going to work, so like good tunes, and I've got these little headphones, so and there's another little headphones there as well, so yeah, I can use these. I've got a tiny little coffee cup, which is cute, so I've got that little, is it Friday yet, and then that one is just coffee is my reason why, which is super sweet. Whoops. And then yeah, a little craft room picture. So I'm going to use this set, and then I'll also sort of add in some other little bits and pieces. I've got those as well that I could use. So the little love is very sweet, little stars. So this kind of arrow, which I might possibly put on the cover. So I'm just sort of working on the cover at the moment. Sorry if you can hear that, that's super loud. 1 second. There we go. Our neighbours are like the noisiest people on the planet, and if they're not, I don't know, drilling, hammering or bashing something, their kids are screeching. So it's just, I'll just close the window. You don't need to hear that. It's reserved specifically for me and my husband to deal with. Right. So yeah, I used the alphas to get this little home life, which is sweet. I was going to try and do home sweet home, but sweet was just one too many letters to fit on this nicely, so I didn't want it to look too sort of all bunched up. So so I've just gone with home life, and that works quite nicely. I dug out a couple. I've got some Heidi Swap little ring hole reinforcers. So I just sort of found ones in similar colours, so I've just sort of popped those on the bits to kind of coordinate it all. Spookily enough, they kind of went perfectly with the alphas, which is wicked. I chopped up one of the little tags to kind of almost make like a little door, which is cute. I've got those two. I was wondering whether to sort of staple and chop maybe as like a kind of fake little window type thing. This is really neat, which is a little Polaroid sort of frame, so I quite like the idea of using that to kind of stick down and then have my title kind of poking off of it. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't look properly like a house, but in my mind it does. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with that. I've got those little hearts as well, which are really sweet, and go with that kind of palette, so I might try and pop them in the mix somehow. Yeah, and then I'll glue those bits down, and then on the other side I've got that kind of pink to work with, so I need to sort of come up with something to pop on here. So again, I might dig out some more photographs to pop on those, to have knocking around. Got these lovely florals too, which kind of go with the colours, so I want to make sure I add those in the mix. So yeah, I think it's just a case of kind of gluing bits down now, and then kind of working on this and kind of being a bit more specific with what I want to put where. So and I have got these to use as well, which are really sweet. So I've got like Netflixing and my favourite show and some sweet bits and bobs, so there's some cute stuff on here, so I do want to use these too. And then these are super sweet, these little, I do want to use these little stars and things, so yeah, I'm going to try and find a home for them. And then that one maybe on my cover or something. So yeah, I'm going to kind of go through these bits and start like popping some stickers down and making some sort of firm decisions. Yeah, so when you come back next, this should hopefully be glued down and finished. Then I'll start working on what I'm going to put in here, and sort of firming up the ideas for this one too. Okay. Right, I'll be back in a mo. Okay, bye. Okay, and I'm back. So yeah, I've finished sticking everything down on this one now, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I found a little puffy and so home and life, and yeah, I kind of added a couple of extra little puffy bits and bobs here and there to kind of just give it a little bit more sort of layering and kind of texture It's a little chipboard piece. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. I think that's quite cute. So that's all sorted. Whoops. And then I finished off this one as well now. So I kind of didn't go with as many photos just because I was sort of chopping them down, and then I was sort of thinking they still don't really fit in the boxes. So I've kind of used more of the ephemera to kind of come up with some bits and pieces. So I've just got kind of just can't get enough, and the headphones, and then just some fizz for those bottles, coffee, sort of rainbows and hearts, little French fries, and is it Friday yet? And TV show. I did use a stamp on a little TV show because yeah, I'm obsessed with Debs. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing with your time, people? So yeah, I've done that now, so I'm pleased with those. So basically what's next is for me to work out what to do here. I'm thinking I might sort of use some double-sided sticky tape to just stick these two together, and I'll probably leave that blank just because it's going to show through on the vellum if not. And then I'll decorate this side. Still haven't used that crushing on all those snuggles, so I think I'll use this one to put a couple more photographs down. And yeah, and then I'm kind of getting there. So yeah, I've still got a few of these guys to use, so might try and work out, you know, kind of use a couple more bits and pieces, and then I've got those stickers too that I still want to use some of those. So yeah, I'm going to keep on playing. I do like those florals too, so I'm just trying to make sure I use the bits that I really want to use and like. So I'll go away and I'll kind of find some bits and pieces. I'll stick those two together, and then I'll find some bits and pieces to decorate this one, and yeah, and then I'll pop back and start putting together the little kind of spread on this piece. Okay. All right, I'll be back in a mo. Okay, bye. Okay, so I've gone through the journal cards as well. I sort of forgot about the journal cards, so I just went through those real fast. I got railroaded by this one, but there's some really cute ones in here. So I just chopped out one of the rainbow ones, and I've just layered it with a photo of me and my cat, and then that works nicely for the snuggles. So I thought that was pretty cute, and then there's like grey in the jumper, and then that kind of colour goes nicely with actually her colouring as well, so it's kind of worked quite nicely. And then just found a little photo of my craft room, and I got these lovely tulips. So I just again found one of the journal cards that had some floral sort of elements to it, so I can just layer up that one. And then oops, I've got that little crushing on, which is cute. So yeah, so I'm thinking I might do something like that. Yeah, I was trying to see if there was anything like, you know, the little wording that might work. This matters or something. So yeah, I'll have a little look, and then I'll stick these down, and then maybe I might do a little bit of stamping around them. I still want to use these, and I also need to use, where have they gone? These ones as well. So I might just sort of do a little bit more kind of titivation, add some bits on top, why not? I did really like this Happy Thoughts as well, which is really sweet, because I still wanted to use those florals. So what I might do is like punch through one and then do like a little flippy, and then I've got that kind of purple, husband's back, purple on this side where I could do some little journaling as well, and just have that as kind of like a little flippy tag to add into the TN. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'll go away, I'll say hello to him, and then I'll come back when these are all glued down. Okay, right, see you in a mo. Bye. Okay, so everything's glued down now, so that's cute. I decided not to stamp because I'm scared I'm gonna mess it up. So if I mess it up now, then I'll be in deep trouble. So yeah, I've decided not to do it. I'm not the greatest stamper, so I always get a bit worried I'm gonna if I do it last, then it's gonna end in tragedy. But that should hopefully slide in there now, which is cute. Okay, so we've got my cover, and then this little kind of slidey dealy. I might maybe punch out a little tab to pull that out, which would be cute. I keep wondering whether or not to back this so that it looks a little bit more fun from the front. So yeah, I'll have a little ponder on that. And then this is all done, which is cute. So that's all sweet. And then yeah, I was just wondering about maybe doing a little kind of flipper, a little flipper guy there. So that might be cute. I could maybe try and back those florals. Yeah, that might be sweet. So yeah, it's just sort of titivation now more than anything. I'm kind of just having fun with the last kind of couple of bits. So yeah, I'll do that. I think punch a hole in there and then add some little wording on here, sort of happy thoughts. Yeah, and then we're pretty much there, guys. Woohoo! So yeah, this is really sweet. I've had a lot of fun with this. It's just been nice to kind of play, really. I don't get to do that all that often, so it's just such a lovely kit. We're really lucky to have Citrus Twist as a sponsor for the magazine, because yeah, Trina always makes these absolutely stunning kits. I don't know how she does it. It's yeah. Excellent. I love it. That's so jammy. Okie. Well, yeah, I'll go away and then I'll come back and I'll just basically show you the end. Then I'll put the rings through and then you'll just be able to see kind of just, you know, the end bit. Okay, cool. I'll be back in a mo. All right, guys. Bye. Okay, and I'm back and I'm done. So yeah, the rings are pretty big. So I'm going to just dig through my stash and see if I've got these still in turquoise but smaller. I think I have. I just need to track them down. But yeah, it just means that this can get super chunky as and when I want it to. I still don't know about this. I'm going to have a little think about it sort of overnight and see if I want to sort of do something with that or not. In the meantime though, I'll just leave it be. Whoops. Ooh, big rings. Cool, so that's all in there, and oh, I can't pull it out, can I, because it's in the rings. But that's really cute. My little crushing on snuggles, and then I've got that happy thoughts as well, which whoops, I've finished now. I've just done like, I used the stickers and did stamping. I want this now. I've got Netflixing. I need a vacation. Get the popcorn. I love the smell of a good book. Yes to this, and inhale tacos and exhale negativity, which is great. And then that's my currently craving list as well. And then in the back of it at the moment, I've just got another sheet of the papers that I've just sort of double backed on this, so it just means I can carry on going basically. So yeah, there we go. I am pretty much finished. So that was a fun one. I hope you enjoyed watching me put that together. Bit random, but you know how we do. But yeah, so there we go, all sorted, and I'll be back again soon with another layout or another something crafty business. Okay, I hope you're well and take care of yourself, guys, and I'll leave the link to the Retro Hip magazine and also to Retro Hip Mama's Instagram feed as well, so you can check her Instagram out if you're not already following her. Yeah, and you can get hold of the magazine through the links I'll put below. So if you do want to grab a copy, then yeah, that'll take you to the website, and that'll get you sort of to be able to subscribe to the magazine for the next issue. So there we go. All right then, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.